right? So we are going to start with the pledge again. So. I pledge to uphold. The high purpose of the National Honor Society. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Gandhi. Thank you.
Okay, so same as last meeting, I make the notes, so make sure to check those on Schoology. Also, you need to attend at least 3 meetings per semester. Aside from the meeting that we're having right now, we have 2 more meetings for this semester. And yep, that's it.
Okay, so the balance is $3,780.19, and dues are due today. If you want a t-shirt, it'll be $20, or we can just give $10 for a t-shirt and then $10 for your dues later. Thank you.
Hey guys. So I pulled off this cool infographic to compare the United States process of ratification and proposal of amendments to ours in the National Honor Society. So for NHS, we need a 2/3 affirmative vote of all members to ratify an amendment to our Constitution. And we have to present that information to all members at least 1 month prior to the voting period. And that voting period lasts 3 days. So if by the end of that voting period to ratify a given amendment, if there hasn't been, if everyone hasn't voted, then it's 2/3 of the people that have voted. And this is just a little bit different than what we do as a whole in the United States. We have been talking about this a lot in Gov with the 3/4 ratification. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll be back with another Constitution fact next time. Oh, and wait, one more fun part. All right, and we're just gonna look at that real quick. And if your name's up there, anytime you want, you can just toss that into Miss Graves or Miss Harrell. That'd be great. And now for our historian.
Hi everyone. So as you all probably know, I take pictures at the park cleanup. Look at how cute these pictures are. That group picture we took with a self-timer, so I could be in it in case you were wondering. If you want to be in the pictures, you should come to the park cleanups. The next time we come here, I'll let you know when that day is. Thank you.
Okay, so nothing really too new to report right now. We just had inductions. And the next inductions are in the spring. Going to be inducting a little bit more people that time. And we're currently looking at, we're looking for speakers, and we have a couple people in mind we'd like to ask to speak at that event. Thank you.
Okay, so an individual service opportunity, there's going to be Operation Christmas Child. So basically you're packing a shoebox to be sent to children in poverty-stricken areas around the world. If you want to do that, the deadline is November 18th, but you have the opportunity to earn up to 10 points. So that's all on Schoology. Also, there's an aquarium highway cleanup coming up on November 16th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then a stocking stuffer event for deployed troops on the same day from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then the forms for all of those things can be found on Schoology. Also, save your plastic bags. We're going to be doing a drive soon. Woo!
Hi everybody, how are you? Yesterday, me, Batul, Mrs. Harrell, and Mrs. Graves met with the blood drive person at the Red Cross, and she gave us a bunch of information on it. So we made a Sign Up Genius. You guys can go to this QR code to sign up for the blood drive, to volunteer.
The date of the blood drive is still December 12th, 2019. Donating blood is 10 NHS points, so if you are eligible, we highly recommend that you do that. And we're going to try to play a video for you, but it may not work.
Also, I didn't mention this, as a volunteer, you're going to help the registration, people like coming in, and then you're going to make sure that people don't pass out or give them food. Yeah.
Question.
Brooke. Yes, but we will go over that next meeting, and then at that time we'll put a Sign Up Genius for donating the blood. Yeah, the basic requirements are you have to be 110 pounds, and you have to be 17. If you're 16, you have to talk to Mrs. Harrell, Mrs. Graves.
If you're an NHS member.
Yes. It's a B-Day. Okay, we'll be playing a video for you. Thank you. Have a great day, guys.
Why was the cemetery fundraiser so popular?
Why?
People were dying to get in.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so today is the day we've all been anticipating. The Yankee Candle fundraiser starts today. We have pamphlets. Little incentive for you guys. For each item sold, you can get 1 whole NHS point. So besides just helping out our chapter, you can also get points. So please buy or sell the candles. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So as you'll see on the screen, we have a new system for tutors. So if you've been to tutoring recently, you probably have already made one of these. But if you come in, we're going to ask that you make your own sign-in sheet. So you write your name there, and we have like a binder with all of them, and it'll be sorted alphabetical by last name. So basically, this will be the sheet that you fill out every time you come to tutoring. You'll put the date that you come in, how long you were there, which if it's for a lunch session, you can just put lunch. The subject you tutored, if you tutored anyone, and then student you tutored, if you tutored anyone. And then for the board outside the blue and gold room, which is where tutoring happens, we've had some ideas. We don't really know if we want to do anything, so if you have any ideas for us, then feel free to let us know. And then AP prep book raffle ideas. So we're getting a lot of the same AP books, particularly with AP Chem. We're just overflowing with them. We have too many. So we're thinking about raffling them off to students who are in those classes. So keep an eye out for that. And also, we're looking for someone to tutor oceanography. We have a student who requested a tutor in that subject. And looking at like the database of our tutors, we can't find anyone. So regardless of whether you've attended training, if you have taken the class or just can't tutor for oceanography, let either myself or Claire know. And then this is the upcoming tutor schedule. It'll be on Schoology, but if you see your name up here, you should come in for tutoring on that day during lunch. And if you can't make it, just let me know or let Claire know.
Hello everyone, so pretty much the same thing from last time. So if you have not signed up for the Sunshine Project, please do it. Please take a picture of the link or follow the link right now. We really want to make sure every teacher has at least one student assigned to them. So basically all you have to do is go to the link and then type in your name for 2 to 3 teachers. And then we're asking that you write a card or give them a gift or something just so they can feel appreciated, and just for all the work that they do for us, and then just sign NHS Sunshine Buddy at the end. Also, if you're not part of the Remind Code or our Instagram, please join because we're posting a lot of important updates. Oh, sorry.
When is the Sunshine, like when should we have brought somebody to a teacher?
I would say by the end of November. So.
Does anybody need the sign-in sheet that we're able to access the QR code? Anybody else need that?
So real quickly, we forgot to mention this. On the Schoology, the NHS, like the board, there's the Sign Up Genius. So if you guys didn't get a chance to get it up on the board, you guys can still sign up. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna hand out our Yankee Candle flyers. If you guys, somebody in the executive board wants to just grab a big hunk and distribute them on each side. We're gonna hand these out today. Our treasurer gave the report, and we do have some funds in our monies to be used for projects, but this particular fundraiser is going to go to our scholarship fund, whose balance is 0. So we really need to put some money into that fund. Unfortunately, last year we were not able to give any scholarships, which is the first time that's ever happened since I've been sponsored for like 10 years. Because people did not sell any Yankee Candle items last year. So hopefully this year we will have better success. So please try to take care of that. All Yankee Candle money needs to be returned on or before November 22nd, which is our next meeting. Okay, I'm going to keep talking even though y'all are chattering. Hopefully you're looking at items to buy. I would encourage you to support the blood drive. As you get older, there are many things that you could do in your civic life that are good things. Giving blood is one of them. It makes you a good human being. And this is probably the first opportunity you've had to demonstrate that good human beingness. The blood drive is a really good opportunity. So if you are physically able to give blood and you meet the criteria, then I would encourage you to do so, and we will award 10 points. Maybe you can't do it this time, but there are blood drives all around us, and the city of Virginia Beach has many, many blood drives at any given time. You can always look at the Red Cross website and find out. The last thing that I want to tell you is I need to make sure that you understand, and it might not even apply to you, but if you have a friend or someone that you know is not here today, please make sure that you are adhering to the rules in order to get a patch. We don't have that much longer. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we really don't have that much longer in this semester. And you have certain requirements you have to meet for this semester, or the patch is not going to come your way when it's time to go to graduation. So if you know someone who's not here, who maybe hasn't been coming to meetings, and that's a lot of people because we have about 120 members and our attendance has been running like 65 or 70, which is like just over half. So
just be aware. I really don't want to have, to tell someone they don't get a patch because they didn't come to meetings. And our first cutoff is going to be pretty soon. Sophia said we have 2 more meetings this semester. So just be aware. If you have somebody who's not here that you know, make them aware so that make sure you're covering your requirements. Today is the last day for t-shirt money because we're going to order our t-shirts. I'd like to get your dues money today too. If you have it, that'd be great. But I'm not going to turn down dues money later in the year if you bring it to me. But t-shirts I will because we have to cut that off and we have to order our t-shirts. So when we're done today at the meeting, I'll just come right up here to this wall. And if you have more money, if you'll just line up on the inside of this wall and then everybody else can go out the door so we don't get in the way. We'll just line up on the inside of this and I'll take your money. Okay.
Alright guys, before we close out, those Yankee Candle things, make sure you have those catalogs filled out with all your orders by the 22nd. Yeah, and then money in by the 25th, just so we can almost ensure that the products that you guys are ordering will come in before Christmas, because that's essentially what we're trying to get here. Also, follow Ocean Lake's Instagram because we're going to start actually posting a lot of the stuff that you see on Remind, which I know can get a little bit annoying there. And then, like Mrs. Harrell said, we're collecting dues. So thanks guys for coming.